Advantages of mice. Compact size, mice are small pets, making them suitable for living in apartments or tight spaces. Ease of care, they are relatively easy to maintain in terms of cleaning and care compared to larger animals. Fun interactions, mice can be interactive and curious pets. They can entertain you with their playful behaviors. Now, let's move on to the cons. Disadvantages of mice. Short lifespan, mice have a relatively short lifespan compared to other pets, which can be difficult to deal with emotionally. Odors, mice can give off odors, especially if their habitat is not well maintained. This can be a nuisance for those who are sensitive to odors. Rapid reproduction, mice have a rapid reproductive capacity, which can lead to overpopulation if owners do not take steps to control their reproduction. Need for a companion, mice are social animals and it is recommended to keep them with at least one companion to avoid loneliness. This can be a drawback if you're not prepared to manage multiple mice. It is important to note that these points may vary depending on the individual experience and preferences of each mouse owner. Before deciding to have a mouse as a pet, it is essential to understand the responsibilities and practicalities associated with their care. More because it's for you. Make you think that it is precisely not. A soft toy is really a being alive who will arrive at your home. So here I would like to clarify also that I do not have not put in the advantages, but I still wanted to tell you like that. Me personally, my personal life. I think it's a very, very beautiful species, and it is a shame that some people her team not like her would deserve the benefits. First of all, I wanted to make a little digression. Because to tell you quite simply, just a penny and maybe I have it already said, no longer a mouse, quite simply. Certain investments at a financial commitment, and I would like to specify also that it's not because it's a small animal that must live in a small cage in a louver wheel or whatever it is, indeed needs a sufficiently large cage. Even if it may seem big to you, the size of the soul, it was just right. A parenthesis, we don't know if we're going immediately started with the advantages of simply I noted that it was cute, finally that it was beautiful, really it was a beautiful species. I then noted that it was very affectionate, that is to say that some mice may be more affectionate than others, but each mouse is affectionate in his own way. Simply done. And also I noted as an advantage that it's inexpensive per month, so everyone be careful, it's not because it's I said it was inexpensive that he need to take it right away directly. It's simply because per month, if we don't count at the very beginning, that we helps you see them again when you go by the cage, the extra litter, that it's really not expensive. It's without counting veterinary costs and without count purchases at the beginning as you go see her. So then we're going to move on to disadvantages. It's the disadvantages for me. Personally, I find that a very, very short life expectancy, which between at least 2 years you have really lucky if you don't know reach 3 years. Personally, it never happened that wouldn't know reach 3 years, and yet so it was good conditions. You have to believe that here it is also that it is very fragile in terms of health, that is to say that we have nothing time it can catch a cold, it can get a disease or something. After that, you don't have to put all the mice in the same bag. To certain mice which live very, very well and who have never any health problems, there are mice more resistant than others. It really doesn't depend on the origin or whatever it is, it's just the mouse. In fact, it's dice. Certain pathologies that she had in his family, and so then I noted that it was difficult to find serious breedings in France and all case, because in our country really has breeding very serious, finally very seriously earlier, but in France I know very little serious breeding, because unscrupulous breeding who do this only for money. Unfortunately I would have, and also in France it's jelly put in the same inconvenience, because for me it's a total regrouping when I leave. Breeding also knows that we find very, no matter whether they are long-lived mice. So with the hares have smiles X, with foals that can curl extra, and that the very good breeding for Mappa they are not near me. Fortunately, so then wait for me. Not but mouse behavior according to its provenance is to say that a mouse pet store, or in fact whatever its origin, mouse can still love her little ones. Characters, for example, has maybe happy whatever its origin. In fact, if you have a mouse which is very very cuddly, well, you have the just luck. But there are also mice that have characters who are very fearful, who bites Dexter. It's not just mice cute and nice who make hugs, and it will be no, there are many other behaviors of smile. So here it is on these. I hope that you will have liked the video. I am in the process to die of heat. There I had to close the windows to make the video. There it got me not at all. So here I am telling you the next lease.